or Michael P.S. Hayes if you prefer. Our world-famous meteorologist, Kirk Headlock Mellish, says that today through Wednesday, a thunder shower is possible, isn't it always? This afternoon or evening. Otherwise, partly cloudy, hazy, warm, and humid.
Hazy, I like that. I like that.
The highs 83 to 86, lows around 71 degrees. And right now, it is 73 degrees here in Atlanta on West Peachtree. Don't forget to tune in to TBS television this weekend. The all-new Power Hour with the team of Shivani, Zabisco, Long, and Hyatt. And they're going to have some Mac classics, and they're going to be doing some fun things, some interesting features as time goes on there. So I think you're going to see some pleasant changes in the Power Hour. It's going to be very informative and entertaining, and I hope you will always start your wrestling weekend off with that program. And then Saturday night's program, the flagship show, Saturday night, 6:05. These matches are scheduled. Jimmy Jam Garvin to take on the Barbarian. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat takes on Z-Man. Sting's going to be on that program, and Nikita Koloff, Ron Simmons, Ravishing Rick Rude, and one of my favorites, Medusa, will be on that broadcast. There's just something about her, Mike, I like, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
Well, I bet you'd like to, though. Nevertheless, is she wrestling?
No, she's just going to be hanging around. That's fine with me.
She's a heck of a wrestler.
Oh, yeah. You know, she's a heck of an athlete. A kickboxer.
Yeah.
A trained kickboxer.
Now, don't get too excited. She's still a broad.
Well, that's your connotation. And then Michael Hayes here and myself, a broad. I'm sorry, folks.
A chick, a babe, okay?
WCW main event next Sunday. Sting and Nikita Koloff take on Slater and Valentine. Dustin Rhodes meets Cactus Jack. And that vintage Freebirds video, the young... How old were you then, Mike?
Probably...
Easy. Got to add up now. Add, subtract, add, subtract.
Hey. Probably about 18.
Wow.
18 or 19.
What was Bam Bam? About 12?
About 12, yeah. We just stole it from Mr. Rogers, and... No, he was always, well, he was 2 years younger than me then, so he's probably still 2 years younger than me.
I bet he is. And there's some mathematical thing about
What a brawl today with Sting and Slater.
Yeah.
And I mean...
Slater's a tough guy.
Slater he is. I mean, there's no secret. He comes right at you, and you know what's coming, and you still, sometimes you can defense it, sometimes you can't.
I heard a great story one time about Dick Slater. You may have heard the same story. It was at a cocktail party down in Tampa when John Matuszak, the late John Matuszak, was running wild and just dominating the town and playing for the Bucks, and Slater was a wrestler. And he said, he told Slater, he said, don't you shut up. You're one of them phony wrestlers, da-da-da-da-da-da. And Slater knocked him cold. Matuszak, I mean cold. And the spin-off of the story is that they got Matuszak back to his room at this hotel, and the Slater's down having a cocktail, probably, and he gets a note from the waiter, maitre d', butler, whatever, and the guy, and it's Matuszak's written him a note asking Slater's permission if he could come out of his room. True story, or at least they tell me it's true, and Slater's not going to deny it, and we can't talk to Big John. Let's talk to Tony in Virginia on Wrestling with Jim Ross. Tony, thanks for holding.
Hi, Jim. First of all, I wanted to say that I appreciate all the fine work and the job that you've done over the years when you was with Mid-South Wrestling and the UWF, which was the same organization, and of course with the WCW.
Well, I appreciate that. I enjoyed those days. If it hadn't been for those days, I certainly would not be here today, I can tell you that.
Well, you really hit the big time, and you really deserve it.
Well, thank you.
I wrote you a letter about 2 weeks ago, and I'm coming to Atlanta for Starrcade 92. And I made a request in my letter for asking you a question. I hope you get back to me on that.
I haven't seen your letter yet, Jason, but I'm sure if you mailed it and I get it, I will read it.
Okay, and I'm going to fly to Atlanta for the Starrcade. I'm going to be making reservations and that sort of thing in a couple of weeks. But anyway, what do you think of the possibility of Masa Chono and Ron Simmons getting together? Do you think it might be something to be planned for the Halloween Havoc?
I don't know if it will happen at Halloween Havoc. I think it's inevitable that somewhere down the road the NWA champion will meet the WCW champion. But that's, I don't think it'll happen that quick, though, quite frankly.
Yeah. I got a lot of video on Chono from Japan. He's an amazing athlete.
He's a great athlete. And that's what Michael and I were talking about today on the show.
Yes.
He was trained by Luthez, and which speaks for itself. That's a painful experience, from what I understand.
Well, you think about it, you know, when Jim's a phenomenal athlete.
He's a great athlete. He's a great athlete. Tony, we got to take a break. We're going to go to news here in just a few moments. I thank you so much for calling from Virginia, and we look forward to seeing you at Starrcade. This is Wrestling with Jim Ross. We'll be back.